Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. Please consider subscribing and hit the alert for all future videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is a March week 4 check-in and a March week 5 cash stuffing. I am filming this early Friday morning on the 26th because I have absolutely no money in my envelopes, nor have I since the 23rd. So let's go ahead and get started. So on the 19th, after I did my last check-in, I went to Costco with my daughter, and that was $80. And I did get some great tips on using this calculator, so I appreciate those of you that have sent me notes and given me feedback on how to better use this calculator, because it has really worked. So thank you so much for that. I spent $136 in groceries for the week. For my allowance, I spent $10 at Walmart, $35 at Target, that's $45. For eating out, $19 at Chipotle, and $30 at Bambino's. It's $49. For entertainment, I spent $20, and I did not put entertainment on here. Do I have a color for entertainment? No, I do not. Okay, so I'll just I marked it in my transactions. And then for household, I spent $40 at Costco, and that was actually, it was yesterday. I didn't actually, well, yeah, that should not have been no spend day. One moment, please. Let me go back to my transactions. Or was that, where's my household? Right in the front. Yep, it was definitely yesterday. Okay, I'll take that one off. And household was what color? That's why I have to write everything down anymore. I didn't actually go. I handed it to my husband to get some paper products. So technically it is not a no spend day. Even though I did not leave the house yesterday. I guess it counts if he spends it, right? Okay, so I'll just add that one in. And I'm not even going to attempt to get this sticker up, because if you've ever worked with clear and foil stickers, they just don't want to get up. So I'm going to just leave that one down. Personal care, I didn't spend anything. And then giving, I spent $100. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have left for week 5. Bring this in a little bit. I always have a 50-50 shot of which way I'm going to go on this camera, and I always pick the wrong one. So for groceries, I think I do have $4 left, or I should. 2, 3. No, I have $3 left. Okay. So I'm going to put that I spent the whole $140, because, you know, that messes me up when I go to reconcile. I'm going to put this $3 to the side. For restaurants, I have $1. So I'm going to change that to 50. And that leaves me with 50 for week 5. And then for allowance, I spent 45, and I have 5 still. So I'm going to take that, put 50. And that leaves me for 50 for this week. For entertainment, I have 0 because I took the $100 in my last video and put it back in the bank envelope. And so that leaves me with nothing, which is fine. For household, I spent 40. So I have 0 in household, which is fine. And then personal care, I didn't spend anything, so I should still have 50. And then giving, I have 100, and giving is not a cash envelope. So that's where we stand right now. So let's go ahead and replenish because quite frankly, these have been empty for a while. Oh, and I just want to do an update on medicine, even though it technically is not in my weekly check-in. I had $40. I had to just pick up new medicine for my husband. His doctor changed all of his meds, so it was $140. So I am now currently $100 over in my medicine. So I thought $200 budgeted was going to be more than enough. And quite frankly, it is not. So I'm gonna have to relook at this for April. And I have already set up my April budget, but it is flexible. My entertainment, the $20, I went to Fry's grocery store. I bought $20 in lottery tickets. So yeah, none of them won. So all good. And then in clothing, I have not spent anything this week. I don't know why I'm putting that away. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So for groceries, I should still have $140 for this week. And I really just kind of am in a funk right now. Like I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like leaving the house. I don't know. I need to get my life together though and get back on track. I don't know if it was just exhaustion from Vegas and not getting a sleep and feeling like I just needed to detox this week because I have really laid low. I've had a pretty steady stream of orders for Etsy, which has been great because I've had time to work on those. I did post new releases in the shop this week. I did get my LinkedIn profile updated. So I got a lot of things done that I think I was avoiding by going out and doing things. So that's the perk of being kind of in a funk. But yeah, I need to snap out of it. Restaurants or eating out. 50. I should just send this over to Bambino since we go there once a week. It's kind of a little sports bar. I think it's a national chain, it's just a franchise. It's super close to our house. It's really convenient and the food is really good. So that's why we tend to go there a lot. Allowance is 50, much needed. I think I'm gonna stop tracking allowance because I never did in the past, and then I started tracking it, and I kind of still want that one category that I don't have to track, that I can do whatever with, but we'll see. I took everything from the bank envelope and put it into my bank envelope because I have done my April setup and I needed to see what was in here before I figured out what I need to pull out in cash on Wednesday. So this is what I need to pull out in cash. So since this is all calculated, I didn't want to mess up by not adding what was in here. So that is why that is empty. And I didn't really do any online shopping, so I didn't need to add anything. Coins are fine. Household is empty. Personal care, I moved to my envelope. Clothing, I moved to my envelope. Recreation is empty, and medicine is more than empty. So those are, that is my pocket wallet. I am liking this bigger size. I can get more in here, but then I kind of also miss my lower one. And I somewhat miss my wallet, but I'm gonna keep with this one because it really has been more effective in not having to go back to the bank money because I have the envelopes with me that I spend cash in. So this makes more sense as far as the time, you know, of not putting money back in and doing that. So in that way, it is better. I guess I could do tabs in my wallet, but I'm gonna stick with this for right now. And then clothing, I should have everything here. I do need to find a dress for the wedding that we're going to next month. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 175 in clothing. That is correct. I will say this does force me to use my allowance when I went to Target and I was looking at things instead of looking at clothes and buying clothes. So that was a perk for not having that with me. And then personal care should still have 50. I am adding more to this category in the month of April. It's pretty much sandal time in Arizona, so that does mean I get pedicures more often. So 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50. If I don't decide to, I may roll this over or put it into savings. Okay, so that's the envelopes that go into this one. I do need to simplify the system a little bit. It is actually easier being in more binders, but then when I go to do my budget, I have to pull out 3 different binders, but struggle is real. Okay, so that goes back into there. And then let's talk about savings challenge. So this week, I am adding $65. So let me grab my savings challenge envelope. $20, $40, $50, $65. So this should be complete. Just make sure. So 1, 250, 290, 310, 330, 350. 370, 390, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 435. Yep, that's right. Okay, I know that was a little messed up way of doing it. So let's just put this back in order because that will bother me. Then I think eventually I will go ahead and combine the money so this doesn't get so chunky, but for now, we're just gonna leave it. So 435 and March is done. Now April is 405, so in 4 weeks, it's actually a bigger amount per week, which is fine. It's just keeping me on track. I'm gonna go ahead and put that. I don't put my opalescent binder that I keep my savings challenge on camera anymore because every time I do, the camera can't focus. And then all of a sudden, I've got a whole part of my video where it is out of focus. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. And then the rest of the envelopes in here, I just kind of want to talk through what, so birthday remains the same. So I started this challenge in the month of March with $50 a week. And it's for 2 things. One is to celebrate my birthday in July. It is my 60th birthday. So I do want to do something a little bit big. But then in kind of talking with my husband, he's like, why are you throwing your own party? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that I am, but I did decide to buy something that I have been wanting for quite some time and have never justified spending the money for it. So I feel like maybe a 60th birthday is something that I could buy. It is a Louis Vuitton wallet. I did find one on Poshmark, which sounds like it's too good to be true. So I'm going to wait and see if it is legit. It's already been verified that it is real, and there is a person behind that seller and all that stuff, because I mean, it's an amazing deal. If that is real and it has been verified that it is authentic, then I will go ahead and take money out of this with my April money to buy the wallet, just because it is an amazing deal. If not, I'll continue to save and buy the wallet closer to my birthday in July. So in bank, this is all money that will start my cash stuffing in the month for April, which I'm going to do next week. So I've got this all organized. If you saw my April setup budget, you know that I went through and determined the amounts that I need to pull out for my month. And then off camera, because this takes a while, I looked at what I had in here, took it off of what I need to pull from the bank, and then the balance is the post-it note that I showed you earlier. Savings, what I did was I took all of the bills that I needed out of here for my cash stuffing. So I've been kind of growing this. I had 190 in here and using the bank, and it was too much. So that's probably the theme of this video. Too much. Everything's too much. So I have a lot of 5s and 1s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these ones and I'm going to put them into my wallet, because I never have singles for tips. I go to Starbucks, I have a gold card that I load up, and then I'm searching for money to throw into their tip jar, because my kids have worked at Dutch Bros Coffee for years. I just always over tip, whether it be in a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever, just because I know how hard they work, and I know that their pay reflects them getting tips. And if people don't tip, and a lot of people don't, just because you're using like a credit card or a gold card, and you know, while you can tip on those, it's after the fact. Plus, I feel like if you're being tipped, you'd rather have the cash that day. So I have been struggling with not having 1s in my wallet, or I pull them from another envelope and then it messes me up. So I'm going to take this $9 that I have, add some singles to it. Maybe I'm going to leave the 5 here. But I'm just going to throw this into the wallet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just going to put 15 in there, and then I'm just going to put it into a pouch, and I'll use that for tips. And then that way I have it with me when I need it, and this envelope won't be so chunky. And then household's done, entertainment is done. You saw me take that all out. Electricity is still in here. I just wanted a note on this one. We had passes for Disneyland. They were refunded to us because of the shutdown, and they're no longer doing an annual pass, and that's what I was using this envelope for. It had our passes plus some gift cards in here. So since my husband bought them on his credit card back in November of 2019, we just gave him the refund. And then we're still planning a trip over there, and then we'll just use that money for the trip. So we're not really sure what that's going to look like yet. It's kind of a reservation system. They definitely have a cap capacity that they're going to do, and the passes are more like daily passes. So I don't know what's going to happen yet. I really miss going to Disneyland, but you know, there's a lot of things I miss, and I'm sure you all miss too with COVID. So there we go. Okay, so for this last week of the month, here's where I stand. I have 140 for groceries, 50 for eating out, 50 for allowance, nothing in entertainment, nothing in household, 50 in personal care, and 100 for giving. And then I'll total it out here when I do my reconciling of the month. And then sinking funds, I don't even want to touch on, because quite frankly, they're a hot mess. So Car fund is moved. It's there. Again, we are waiting on when we decide to purchase a car. Christmas and gifts, I moved it, but then I used some of it as well. Fitness is still there. Medical copay, I way over exceeded. Plus, I went ahead and spent money from my April budget, but then I got a refund. It's just a mess. Vacation, you all know what happened there. Etsy shop, I've again spent money. Technology is the only one because I debit out $500 each month for my Apple Card payment, so that one's been true. Savings challenge, birthday, dental, I absorbed into my cushion because I didn't want to have one more fund. I kept that cushion intact, thankfully, but I'm literally going to come in down to the wire to keep that intact. So it has been an expensive month, both for medical, for gas, vacation. It's just, I don't know. It's been an expensive month. Medicine, yeah. $300 in medicine this month. Like, who would have thought that? So anyways, it's been expensive. We're going to move forward. I already have April set up. Excited to start a new month. That's what I love about budgeting. You can always just turn the page and start over. So that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments on my last video. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Have a great rest of your month, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much.